President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is here with us. Please, shall we all rise to our feet as he makes his way to the high table.
John Mahama is
This is the day the Lord has made. This is the day the Lord has made. This is the day the Lord has made. And we will rejoice and be glad in it. Excellency is accompanied by the incoming First Lady of the Republic of Ghana. Excellency Dina Mahama. Thank you. Media, can you return to your place? DJ, can you kindly break down the music as the media returns to their designated spot? And please, security, help us clear the frontage of this stage. And please make sure you don't stand behind this stage where I'm standing. Thank you very much. As we wait for the media to take their position, let me acknowledge the presence of all branch executives who are here, ward executives who are here, constituency executives of the NDC who are here, regional executives of the NDC who are here, and national executives of the NDC who are here. We also recognize the leadership of the NDC parliamentary group in Parliament. We recognize the presence of the MP for Tamale South, Honorable Haruna Idusu. Honorable Kwame Agboja, we see you, we acknowledge you. Former Deputy Chief of Staff, Dr. Valerie Sawyer. We recognize your presence, Dr. Manebuama, our Elections Director. We recognize your presence. We recognize the presence of Dr. K. Silato Forsin, the Majority Leader. We recognize the presence of the former National Chairman of the NDC, Dr. Samuel Ufuswampofo. We recognize the presence of the former Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Dua Jaho. We recognize the presence of all Council of Elders and members of the political committee. We recognize the presence of all former appointees, and we specially recognize the presence of the Chief Executive Officer of the great NDC, our General Secretary, Honorable Fifi Fiabikwete. We also recognize specially the presence of our National Chairman, General Mosquito, Honorable Johnson Asiedun Ketia. We recognize the presence of the manager of John Mahama's campaign team, Professor Joshua Alabi. We recognize the presence of former Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. All dignitaries and leading figures of the party are hereby acknowledged. All elected members of Parliament on the ticket of the great NDC, we acknowledge your presence. At this stage, we are going to start our program. And so, this stage we are going to start our program, and so I'll crave your indulgence to be decorous so that we can begin. And to set the ball rolling is a man who has been very instrumental in the campaign leading to the victory we are celebrating today, our national chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, with a rousing round of applause, welcome to the microphone our national chairman, Honorable Johnson Asiedun Ketia, to give us brief remarks. No, I can't hear your shouts. I can't hear your applause. General Mosquito is coming. This man went to all the 276 constituencies of Ghana. He went to over 1,000 communities. He's our national chairman, and we are proud of him. Another round of applause for him as he climbed the stage. Thank you. Shall we all remain silent now?
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, the President-elect, President John Dramani Mahama, Your Excellency, the Vice President-elect, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, all protocols duly observed. I believe that today is the day of President John Dramani Mahama, and there will be no space for long speeches at all. So I've just come here to thank all of you and thank the foot soldiers of this party, the branch executives of the party, the constituency executives of the party, regional executives of the party, and the national executives of the party, and by extension to all previous executives of the National Democratic Congress. As I said in Medina some 3 days ago, I believe that the party has never seen this level of total mobilization of its rank and file to fight and achieve a purpose. And at long last, the battle has ended, and the great elephant has been slaughtered mercilessly. But as we enjoy the victory, I want to specially mention for special commendation the technical staff of our headquarters who managed this election very, very successfully. I mean the directors of elections, the directors of IT, and all other persons who played a role in managing this election. Let me advise that we should be modest in our celebrations, because I can almost feel the weight of responsibility on our shoulders. Ghanaians have given us this mandate to accomplish the task of national reconstruction, and so nobody should tell us the weight of responsibility that we have. We cannot afford to disappoint them. So in the coming weeks, let us try and cut short our celebrations and begin planning seriously how to rescue our dear country. I thank you very much, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make it great and strong. Thank you.
Thank you, General. A round of applause. A round of applause for the National Chairman. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Distinguished friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Akatamansonians, it is now time for us to hear from our mother, a woman of substance, a woman of valor, the pride of the Ghanaian woman, a woman of great accomplishments, the first female vice president-elect of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajema. Let me hear your shout. Let me hear your shout. The women here, let me hear your shout. It's a great day for Ghanaian women. A great day for Ghanaian women. Yes. Yes. Our mother is here. Give it up to our mother again, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajeman.
What an interesting journey it has been. And you know, nobody sets out on a journey by herself or even by himself. It has been a very, very interesting one. And I want to thank all of you, those who are here, those who are not here. I want to thank all of them for their good wishes, for their prayers, for their contributions in many, many ways, and for bringing all of us to this site. All I have to say is thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything you have done. And whatever you did, as our chairman has said, the fun is over, the work is about to begin. And as we journey together, we need to realize that we have to move forward also together. Again, I want to thank you. My nomination has many, many implications. You know, normally, no one even expects you to err in any way. If this will happen, and we know it will happen, it means all of us are on board. The victory is for all of us, but especially for our daughters, for our youth, for our women. Sorry I have to appear in a mask because I have a very, very bad cold. But the cold will disappear too. I know this is a big responsibility, and I don't intend to travel this journey by myself. You are all part of it. NDC is an inclusive party, and we are demonstrating it in many ways. My job was to have opened the door, and it doesn't end there. Actually, that is where the work began. I will hold the door open. The method of opening the door, the method of holding the door open, so others wish to travel that door is what I'm implying. It is not a self-aggrandizing position. It is a position that empowers others. This country is not going to be built only by half the gender. They know very well, whether we are in the public space or not, the roles we play. And we have accepted as NDC to facilitate the process. I'm counting on all of you, that you all come along, you all work hard in your various spaces, and finally, that we put smiles on people who either have no access or who are not very respected. I thank you again and again, and I know, thank you for the comments. I wish blessings on our country. I wish blessings on our children, those who are here and those yet to be born. I wish blessings on those who are here and their future. And I believe that the meaning of blessing is to be good to another person. Thank you very, very much.
You can do better than that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Shall we all remain silent at this stage? We've gotten to the moment we've all been waiting for. We've gotten to the moment we've all been waiting for. We've gotten to the moment we've all been waiting for. Our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who has served this nation throughout his life. A man who served as president of the Republic of Ghana between 2012 and 2016. He was voted out, and some said he could not be president again. Some even mocked him and said he is the only person to have become a one-term president. But ladies and gentlemen, today, the Lord who crowned kings has given him the presidency again. And the stone that the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. It is the doing of the Lord, and it is marvelous in our sight. We call him the nation builder, and this nation builder will lead all of us to build the Ghana we want together. Ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation and shouts of joy, make welcome to the microphone our father, the flag bearer and the leader of the great NDC, the president-elect of the people of Ghana, the president-elect of the Republic of Ghana. And by the grace of God, he will be sworn in as the 6th president of the Republic of Ghana. His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, let me see your hand. His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, His Excellency, John DRAMANI Mahama, the President-elect of the Republic of Ghana, the 6th President of the Republic of Ghana incoming. And His Excellency is accompanied by the incoming First Lady, our Mother, Her Excellency, Mahama.
Thank you. Thank you. Our best days are ahead of us. My brothers and sisters, a while ago, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Ghana, Madame Jean Mensah, declared me the winner of the 2024 presidential election. I give thanks and praise to the Almighty God, because this successful outcome can only be the doing of the Lord. I'd like to thank the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, for his statesmanship in conceding the election long before the declaration of the results by the Electoral Commission. This concession largely diffused the tensions that are characteristic of high-stakes elections such as this. I also just received a call from His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He graciously extended his congratulations to me, and we had the opportunity to discuss matters related to the joint transitional team. We agreed on an early inauguration of the joint transitional team as early as Wednesday, the 11th of December. I conveyed my sincerest regards to him and expressed my readiness for us to work together to ensure a smooth transition in the best interest of the Ghanaian people. The results of this election, as declared today by the Electoral Commissioner, show that the National Democratic Congress, with me, John Dramani Mahama, as leader, has just chalked one of the most emphatic victories in the electoral history of the Fourth Republic. We have therefore been bestowed with a very outstanding mandate by the good people of Ghana. I'm deeply honored and humbled to receive such an overwhelming endorsement from the Ghanaian people. And I wish to thank all who made this possible by going out to vote for me. I thank all Ghanaians, both at home and abroad, for your continued belief in our democracy, despite the severe crisis our nation is going through. I also congratulate our parliamentary candidates who have also swept the electoral landscape with a very resounding victory. I have a legion of thanks to give for this emphatic electoral success. And let me begin again by thanking the Almighty God, the Creator of heaven and earth, for protecting and preserving us through this whole campaign period. And to paraphrase the psalmist, I also give thanks to God for preparing a table before me obviously, you are all very acquainted with this Bible verse. I also give thanks to God for preparing a table before me in the presence of my enemies. And for anointing my head with oil. And making my cup run over. I next have to give my thanks to my wife, Lodina, and my family, my children, my siblings, and all my extended family for standing by me through all these difficult times when victory and success appeared elusive and out of sight. On these gloomy occasions, you have all come through and offered me the encouragement to keep soldiering on. I'd like to thank the Vice President-elect, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, for being an exemplary and inspirational running mate. Nana, your decency, your humility, and your sense of responsibility added so much to this campaign. The eyes of every young girl and woman, not only in Ghana, but in nations across this continent and the world, are going to be on you from today. And as you said, you have not only opened the door, but you're going to keep the door open for many other women. Your name has become synonymous with breaking boundaries. And like I said, you have opened the door of opportunity for many of our female citizens. Because of you, the people of Ghana can today celebrate the fact that we have made history by electing our first woman as Vice President. I must also thank my very loyal and dedicated staff who have been with me over the last 8 years in opposition for the sacrifice and hard work they have put into this endeavor. To my campaign team members, to our party agents, and the countless volunteers who spent uncountable hours day and night working to secure this victory, I cannot thank you enough. To our Council of Elders, the gallant leadership of the National Democratic Congress, led by Chairman Johnson Asiedu Nketia, our able General Secretary Fifi Fiavikwete, and our general membership, I'm deeply grateful for your dedication and commitment to this cause and your willingness to give everything to ensure success in this election. To all the religious leaders who prayed for me, and there are too many to mention, at the appropriate time I'll acknowledge them individually. To all the religious leaders who prayed for me, to all the prophets who prophesied my victory, to all the civil society organizations and professional groups we consulted in building our message, to all our traditional leaders who warmly received me in your palaces during the campaign, to all our security personnel across the country, and to the media, to you all I say a big thank you. To Mrs. Jean Mensah and her staff of the Electoral Commission, the IGP and his Election Security Task Force, our international observers, and all who have contributed to a very successful election, I convey to you the warmest wishes of a grateful nation. For all its historic undertones, this mandate represents many things for all political actors and those who seek to lead our nation. It shows that the Ghanaian people have little tolerance for bad governance, particularly of the sort witnessed in the last 8 years, and that they are willing to take decisive action at critical moments when it matters most. These 8 years have witnessed some of the darkest periods of our governance. The crisis our beloved country has been through these last several years have left a scar on our national psyche, which may take some time to erase. This mandate also serves as a constant reminder of what fate awaits us if we fail to meet the aspirations of our people and govern with arrogance. My brothers and sisters, there is much to do to salvage our country and reset it. It would have to start with a reset of the relationship between citizens and elected officials. We must never forget that the people of Ghana have chosen us to represent their wishes and their best interest. It is the reason we would be initiating important governance reforms and sometimes initiate severe measures in the next 4 years to reset our nation and bring it back on track as the Black Star of Africa. The journey is not going to be easy, my brothers and sisters, because the outgoing government has plunged our dear nation into an abyss. However, we are determined to work together with you to build the Ghana we want. And I am certain that we shall win the battle. We intend to work together to restore the shattered confidence in our politics and governance system. This election and its outcome represents an opportunity for a new beginning as we can begin to write a new chapter of our collective story. We need to consciously set the tone for the new direction in which we'll be traveling. My brothers and sisters, I want those words, my brothers and sisters, to be a reminder to all of you, a reminder to me, and to every individual who has just been elected or re-elected, that no matter what office you hold, no matter what your political affiliation is or has been in the past, the one thing we share in common is the nation Ghana. And it is that we want a much better Ghana. We want a Ghana that works for everybody and not just a few people. We want a Ghana that considers the well-being of all her citizens and affords them each the ability to live a life of dignity, a life of limitless opportunity. My brothers and sisters, from the Kaya Yo to the managing director, to the market women, the bankers, the teachers, security personnel, nurses, doctors, the pastors, the drivers, the tailors and seamstresses, we are all essential to the functioning and forward motion of this country. We, the people of this soil, sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, are in fact our nation's greatest resource. This country, this land, is not for one person, or for one family, or for one tribe or ethnic group. This country, this beautiful, resilient and resource-rich country that we so love, Ghana, is for all of us. This is our home, but it is not enough to just be born here and to die here. We must also be able to live here with satisfaction. We must be able to love, to dream, to laugh, to eat and dance and drum and share all aspects of our culture that was handed to us by our ancestors. And to do that, we must create sustainable and well-paying jobs through the 24-hour economy initiative. Our most basic needs must be met. Affordable housing and health care, food and clean water, safe work and fair wages. My brothers and sisters, it is with tremendous humility that I accept this clear mandate that you, the good people of Ghana, have given me to lead this great nation as your next president. Every vote that was cast in this election carried the same weight. Every vote also carried a hope in the future of our country. I promise you that I will assemble and lead a government that will carry the weight of those hopes and dreams, whether you voted for me or not, because every victory is a victory for the people, all of the people. Each time we have free and fair elections and then conduct a smooth transfer of power, it reaffirms that our history of leadership and trailblazing was not an aberration. It is not by accident that we were the first nation in Black Africa to win our independence from colonial rule. It is not by accident that the first black person to serve as UN Secretary General, the late Kofi Annan, was a Ghanaian. It is not by accident that so many Ghanaians out there in the world are blazing new trails and being recognized as leaders in their industry. Despite being a relatively small nation, Ghana has been and will continue to be a mighty force on the world stage. We're a proud people and have every reason to be. When Ghana rises, we all stand tall with her, and Africa rises with us too. Last but certainly not the least, I'd like to thank you, the good people of Ghana, for this opportunity once more. I know that many of you are feeling frustrated and angry, but I ask you today, please do not give in to negativity and pessimism. There have been reports of acts of vandalism at some government facilities and installations. I urge you not to vent your frustration in criminal enterprise. We must channel our anger and frustration into the positive enterprise of resetting and rebuilding our nation. Let us be brief in our celebration, for the weight of office will be an onerous one. Expectations of Ghanaians are very high, and we cannot afford to fail them. Let us maintain and even magnify this joy and positivity that we feel. We have arrived at this moment because so many of you believed that change was possible. And now we know that not only is change possible, but it is also already in process. Let us continue to believe that we are already moving towards the Ghana we want, the Ghana of our hopes and dreams. And in this Ghana where we have turned a new chapter and are setting a new tone, our best days are not behind us. My brothers and sisters, our best days are ahead of us. Forward ever, backwards never. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you very much. God bless all of you.
Give it up, give it up, give it up to His Excellency. One love, one love, one love. Very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the leader Ghana needs and the leader Ghanaians have voted for. Another round of applause for the 6th president-elect of the Republic of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to, on behalf of the leadership of the NDC, thank our friends from the media. Comrades, join me to give a rousing round of applause for all our friends from the media who are here. Let's clap for the media. We thank you for your partnership. We thank you for your collaboration. We thank you for your patriotism. You've been with us throughout this electoral process, and for that we say thank you. God bless you. And for those of you who were able to come here, thank you. I think you all deserve a round of applause for yourselves. Thank you so much. And at this stage, please, vuvuzelas, remain quiet. We also want to thank the IGP, the Election Security Task Force, and all the noble men and women in uniform for the yeoman's job they have done. But ladies and gentlemen, at this critical stage, I want all of you to remain silent. All of us, let's remain silent. Let's rise to our feet. His Excellency, all dignitaries, let's rise to our feet and observe a minute silence for all our fallen comrades. All comrades who we lost in this struggle from 2020 to this 2024 election. A minute silence. May the soul of the departed rest in perfect peace. We conclude with Aseda by Nasi, even as the president-elect takes leave of us. For those of you who want to party, His Excellency has given you the right to party, but he has told us to be very brief and to be very responsible. DJ, let the music flow. Aseda by Nasi.
Oh pursue accountability. Operation Recover All Loot, so that the loot recovered will be put into nation building for all of us, not a select few. Is corrected, so that we can have jobs for the people, we can have dignity restored to the Ghanaian youth. These are the things the Ghanaian people want us to focus on, and that is what is my focus at this point.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure speaking with you. So that is Member of Parliament from the Honorable Samuel Okuchefa.
I mean, John Dramani Mahama made very punchy, comments during his speech. Which one among them?
So those are some sights and scenes from the cantonment office of President-elect John Mahama. You just saw two of our correspondents there, Makosi Ochre as well as Fauzi Masawodu. They just spoke to Mr. Blakwa over there. So the President-elect has made his speech, thanking those he has to thank and dealing with some of the issues they intend to look at quickly. Earlier we had the Vice President, incoming Vice President, as well as the party chairman, Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Let's start with a speech of the President-elect, then we can go to the others. Inspiring, good, great. What are your thoughts?
I think it was quite inspiring. Very inspiring. Acknowledging all the people who have helped him throughout the years. He acknowledged the media, he acknowledged the chiefs, he acknowledged his family, Ghanaians in general, and was grateful for, returning him to the office. And the fact that, his admission that there is a huge task or responsibility on them to, as a party, to deliver, or else, what we felt the MPP could be witnessed also by the NDC. His mentioning of arrogance and bad governance as the reason why this, as what accounted for this huge embarrassment, for the MPP, is also something that we need to take note of. He talked also about the economy and what they need to do, and said that there will be consultations across board, so that everybody would have to contribute his or his his or her quota towards the building the.
Menye sure say 2028 better about MPP.
Microphone report.
And I menye sure say 2032 better about MPP.
Photo. Microphobia report.
If you say Abra victory we say
I'm very my mom ajo. Niamini bedi kan sad victory we no. Sebe enye NDC for na wini yo. Na nado na wini ma NDC.
Harry Maguire.
Na nado na wini ma NDC.
Harry Maguire. Enye NDC for na wini election. Akufa na wini abadama NDC. Akra we dey chim na mood. Harry Maguire.
Sana ese se bo sunu. Ene se fi emra na do be president no. O she no ma oye na. Sabe na edien be ko obunsanjem. Ena edien akọ. Enti me kakra metimi aka kire NDC for no say ifie nai ye beda ye ni so betiti en no na ba me hwe won sese ano na me se o metrim omo mani age enwumre yi no oma ena on be shase fi next week wetimi wakame why I'm saying we share corruption a ba sa 8 years mu why na say beta frache obe peso be ko ahu chiri mu sa ko wi ase wie obi am peso be sa we share appointments na na do ye say unye ni busuani a ana unye ni yire busuani ana unfi ni clan numwa na se to abama na obehwe omo a doma no ombe adwuma na se omo ye wabusuafo ene wonnamfo na ene ye kan wa to abano ma no ende sebi enye nipa na enu nti se mo be kai a se TV3 and Joy me can say Nanado will go down in our history as the worst president. Aba the worst president. Osha Beya ye good anymore poto. He will go down in history as the president tsunami and bani party what say you know wa party MPP ya shete. Say a very good biom ebe check akra nti onu sebita frache ne aproye no mo ye ni nyina no na abe fore ya sebita frache hu ye ne kan akọ say sola oko Damascus so na kwa na oko kwa na oko mi tie president elect John Mahama o say some is obe paraphrase na ne crew wa no ye ne wan kan woni Joshua anga Joshua se ne ye Mahama na kwa je say Joshua na ne ntuma no nyina ntade nyina tete ade bofo no say ebi yi atade fi no na show ni asa onwo na watumi anka no bi na amba nti me de me fa no say Mahama ye adwuma pa na mom na nado eboa kesiara eno du na me kan da nso say ya to amanti ma congratulate Mahama with the message akoma no
oh okay
ama ma ka kire no say on share on draw lessons in fi nia ato na nado no enye usuehu ma no na mo can say 56% nti sa keke de bi say Ghana for senior womo are rejected Nanado no so some first akwan so Ghana for be rejected no they say Ghana for a short memory now kind Kwame Nkrumah books no be o say any short memory na yet say Nyankopon we are slow
in anger.
Yes. And na band. Na kasa say be obi abeka bi nti no. Edu ba bia no man bi wo ho a enye Nanado nko. Me single out one agency, Lands Commission.
Oh you.
Lands Commission.
Wa bodo
na mebobodin emomrei. Mebobodin emomrei.
Me dem me pedin.
So na President elect Obey Nkrofo a Nanado won call Lands Commission chairman Lands Commission chairman lawyer
Stephen Chimbayansa
David na anye adwuma bio Nana Akufo-Addo Chambers on a chairman Edin Weber Executive Secretary Arthur Greater Accra Regional Chairperson Sylvia Odelusowa Nia Oye Director of
Is it Alex Kwenu na?
Alex Kwenu on a national chairman.
Yeah.
Or a lawyer on another office. Yanche womina. BNI inche womina. A rabbi or a friend of Cynthia Odamite.
Hey, Cynthia Foyin so dear.
Cynthia Odamite. Director of Land Registration. Ya bibi.
Yanche womina.
Omche womina. Mekwa kasa.
Hey,
woman chire woman na mechire yenti ese e chire wom. Yese a friend state route to say state capture if he lands na me fa agency ways medium way so biara our family land abai aje from 1950s no ba no lands for afaton you I'm saying chiro nyina ya complain ya na esanse Nanado na de wom chairman no ko o kan bia enfo bia ho wom da ho to yo ma chiro kura ma yese minister interdict wom
oh
masama minister so interdict sankrofo we nti Mr. Mahama obey first thing sankrofo nyina no
oncho
na me kwa report o BNI yenchire wom nyina na yenye no public na Ghana fo maybe a state capture no
wow
efi
wow be kasa
you nya air course no air time e wo man we no miami nana asase kan ho me ma me ne nana bema e wo pram e kan ho 25,000 acres.
Hey.
Lands for afa. Ya. O can be bia and phobia. Sika. Woman tiano. Woman de ma political parties. A finance political party. Enti na make no enumere answer na president elect has you duty no anko kan say onunti e na me ko kan sa asemi. Meka because ye appointees na nye na appointees Nanado appointees na ye hwe nkrofo ko a judges a ye twa nsase no bi ama ministers a ye twa police mpanyimfo a ye twa ama wom soldier for mpanyimfo bank officials it is ye say ye de sobro ebo Nanado a enye ononko the first agency a say president ohwe any lands sa nkofo amabo wom din no me de mehu bebo afore ama oman no na ye kire wom ye prosecutor meye witness. Na enjoy obi atena say na say one plot pe omafa into call lands ope yi baby a ya compulsory acquisition nyina no land for na assistant boundaries no we binom din nti so nana ya fa nana asase bi a now uchro call lands no ma cho say korhwe side plan na abanye fabrans so wo mchen yo side plan wo lands wo no draw ye na nko a wo meka cho say mo nim ye fa me na asase no 1950 ni en wo me ye meden na me side plan na o court nso a unkuta side plan so aje no beka say to be improve na land for no maton but me many e dey nti metumi ewurawura mu adu ma chro wom ni ameka chro wi ma chro wom nyina nkro ma line wom nyina up e wo court wom mba maybe wom see court to that nti over the years no nti from 1962 wom ye administration of lands act no abanya be nhwehwem say family land throughout Ghana ya fa no so e wo he mbehu bia state capture no wo maka ma asem
lawyer besa ba ho ba no nko hopsi why ejuma
that's it what's why ejuma pa what's maybe I said the last time I'm in Baha, I'm a maybe made to Aba. The catcher said, anything be a MPP assembly. May be a Yanko Ponti 200,000 votes from Mother. So, guys, difference in Mahama the BT woman say 1 point something.
But a Biba come
home. So, and 1.6 million do their beating. And I'm going to take the catcher must say, a battle necotono, MPP berry poto, and I'll catch on berry, and I'm safe for poto. Come, who's a no my poto? Mitna, Eka says low.
The Cassian for poto, so as I say, MPP berry poto. The battle of a poto can't say more for you.
We can say round Samako, as low so belusuni seat, make our studio. And I miss say, Abana ye cotono. Some people cross so 100 seats our parliament, Nanyango Pondo. Look,
you're credit can 90.
Your call rounds. You nim near DC. 2016, make catch a kufa say, Obe BT Mahama, not less than 1 million votes, or no would tear mu, just say, one year, I
don't know.
Can I be sad? Say, one year is also about winning a difference in the day too much. Yet, two about the next day, or more declared the next day, we call her and say, difference in who is saying, and one not training, as I say, no, Yammy. Yet, a year knew, a tresse defeated battle. Look, what I saw 2016, be who no a triple this time. Okomumfa. Na sanye bebra peni ekan no dwani ahantan oh oze ana me ka se wo style no mepe me point out certain things e mo correct wo wo aban mu na wo secure another term o communication so man ye appealing onye buga opposition for at the casa without punctuations. But who are Bermudia? Who punctuations here very, very critical. I want it. So, yeah, Pamo won't go away. Penny be cocoon penny for war. Jubilee House is a look. Sa branch here, Munko Hunu. Namonen and Casana Monfanam back. Because who be no the body muntie chief of staff at Kosia Fremo Pare was say say you hope say kwa na ba mi sustaining power ye be ko opposition. Number 2, Samia Ugu. Was it me? I don't beton party na ma me pa mo ma ye. They should go to opposition. And the third person, the General Secretary Justin Godia, repeated the same. Omo cancer asem na me tie no. When I'm catching one, I say, look, me ba be call certain level. Man no and see ma ko emukra. You should allow me to go the way I want to go. And I'm start here. And I'm say, memo mo who say, me 1,000. Mangashi, I did not reveal anything about the party. Hey, Mass Nations in Ade, Manfabia and to Abonting. Kumasi Amiko say, ye more showdown. Maybe you metefako, your control system. No. Or so for your jeton who say yes, ni fie ye mambe pakim ya ma honom ni rege. What want you be? Maybe a daso she ne dem honom. Yes, sarando fie no. What you be? Want me? Kwaye fast o mu ballot papers o mu de asiesie ene ade nyina no. Akwa bia obema eyi o mu hwehwe mu no mu say akwa na ya chi akwa no. Me say wo de mu ma ne nam. Are you so I say? After 7 January. Say Ghana ni a good citizen. Who said me ma boni bi koso. No watia ni panaiso. Now so they want to vote to me to akwache no. After 7 January. Also so be training ntia o chase a good citizen. Because constitution no ma obi Ghana ni bia kwan say who say bibi koso na say nya. Ese say utimitia impenifo naiso. Yeah, as I said, woko at the protect your democracy no. Ko never protect it. That's so. No cry and cow Ghana, you know. Say ya neko. Never pass them out, okay. Maybe, but yes, almost 1 year ni. My group will be your friend group on JDM advocacy group. It is as the same way. That be what interest or no asabu bossy. Oh, you're bad advocate ba. Jail them advocacy group. Captain Beka your home ya say juma. Oh, you're bad advocate. Me presiding officer. You be make sure. Say obi biara a chese wo ye involve bia no. Look. Make kita info bia. Obi timi frɛ lands commission. Kwasi asase we. Fadin we to so. Oh, we nipas message was it fadin to so. What the to so backdate echo NDC apenso. Let us say Mobana Mubu Grana na kwese NDC time so na dey my message sample no papa dem. Okay. We know ministers or mode cantonments in Asiabema omo. Sancrophone no. O grade nyankopɔ. Edi amode mo de tutu so nyina na yanya. Hwɛ wokwacha do. What do you mean, Modi? But what share estate houses? Look at you can say Chado as a symbol. That me sheni pana me say no but not all. And what to assassin first. Now we shall danya yes so. Hey. Na de be jangro fana. Eti aban mu ayeba no. Ye ba se. We are Diamond Hill. E wo Kumasi. Ye ba se ye ba benya ye ho anase ye ba be ye aduma e de abo man Ghana. Ye one thing ese se Ghana for. Look, be se sa change. Ka ti oni ma de ba ko pe. Ade so ma me kwa ma me modi wa entu de ma me. Yeah here. Ade ba kwa ye be de pa se change ya ba. Ba me yanko. E japade no. Kokoko. Ya kate no say who say esi e japade e be san ye esi hey my print books no go me say Ghana for kan no muntie just say me nije ego makuma enya hwi o sade na etima ende no enu anu no jo Mahama ana wo papa e japade hwe won to me mo starting party o mo machine ni na free kwa ye no yeah. What do we move?
Oh.
Kwaye no obode machines akogu mu se no.
Wa wache.
Wo mu hya siem pack. No. Afeni aye declaration.
Ebi eba.
Afeni aye declaration.
Kasa eba.
Besi krom ha. Na Mati say ye threaten IGP say omo da so power nti. Mo ya less than 1 month.
Can you na say IGP?
What change IGP ne? Ye be pado Mahama che amana green state no. Look, me say airport. What the government official bia was say what no ye be man no. What no airport was wo Dubai.
Now the whole order. The whole order.
Me say I have taken over.
Really?
Nobody check. Do no mo Dubai no. Obi betima to find 2-3 times a week. What do you mean? So nim sama ya no airport.
Yeah, sure.
Me ha luggage ne kita no. Ya pakisika man. Odrupe ojegu ho no aba. No asa twa ticket. No wo. Ya beji sika ni nyina amajo Muhammad ya pete Ghana.
Ye benya sika ne. Ye benya sika.
Wonim ne vice president aye. Vice president what the secretary no. They will go to jail. Do you know why?
Can you say?
One would say media me share lord that. The lawyer wa here. Menim say ye wo mbra etrese ye godwa ye tu Ghana ha nyina no.
Everybody knows acrobato, and if you knows acrobato, it means you know
fuel etimiyama but say mitimi to ende Ghana kura enyama eti yedonyama state do mama amaye say ombeyi sa tax na ehun hian no ombeyi ni nyina fu amaye.
And he is even calling for more drastic measures that would boost the economy and turn things around and set the country on a path of progress and a path of new discoveries and what have you. Come here, join me. So when what is your feeling like after John Mahama has been declared a president?
You see, I'm feeling is the person go do office Monday. They do officer. Your car is so bad and Jimmy say papa no bad.
I saw a lady here. Yes, when
I'm so happy. You can even see from my voice I am so happy because we have all been in this country for the past 8 years and we've seen the hardship and like we are happy John Mahama has won because everything he said inside this one we want him to just change the economy for us because we are really suffering.
Let me talk to this gentleman.
He said he was in need of gap and we gave him the gap. So the possible, we hold the possible. He never hold anything. He can never do anything. So whatever I do, we win.
We the NDC, the members of NDC, we have worked hard. We win. You know our me, the target is 60%. That's why I'm not happy. The number, the percentage we have, I'm not, because I know we have worked hard. The time we NDC people are working hard to come to power, MPP people they are on the stage dancing, creating a lot of dances in this country.
What do you have to say? Then I work on.
What I have to say is, they know what is going on, and they know Mahama won. For we are going to jubilate until the further notice.
What do you mean by you're going to jubilate until further notice?
Yeah, because we know we won.
And it has been declared already?
Yeah, that's why we all gather here at Jubilation. So as you can see, look at the floor. Yeah, we are going to throw the elephant away.
Whoa, I see.
Yeah.
And that's how beautiful it gets here. I'll still try to get some few more people to talk to.
Great. So some news just coming through. The Tema Central constituency results has been declared right now. We'll cross over there.
Rejected ballot 141. But total valid votes 37,308. By this result, I hereby declare Madam Ibi Bright.
Wait. It's been a long wait right now, and that is the news just coming through. This is the breaking news here on Ghana Decides on your Election Command Center. As we indicated, this EC returning officer in the Tema Central constituency who was banded into this police vehicle for safety was brought back immediately just when I finished speaking some few minutes ago. And what you just saw is a declaration of Ebi Bright as the Member of Parliament elect for the Tema Central constituency. That box has been ticked as well. So what that essentially means is that 31 seats and counting for the NDC out of the 34 seats in the Greater Accra region. That's what's going on right now. And as we indicated, the NDC has a target of 30 seats. But with how things are playing out, just probably maybe more. That's according to Nia Adekoka, who's a former Greater Accra regional, that's a Greater Accra chair of the NDC. What we have seen right now is Ebi Bright, who contested this Tema Central constituency in 2020, went for another shot in 2024. She has flipped this constituency for the NDC. Ebi Bright is Member of Parliament elect for the Tema Central constituency. That is the news that's come through a few minutes ago. Miriam Osei-Agyemang is connecting with us right now. Miriam, job well done, is it not? They're talking to Hanabisiu right now, the national women's organizer of the NDC.
And we continue today from 10 a.m. and you've seen what has happened. So for us, this is a long-awaited victory. It's been difficult, but it's worth it.
How important is Tema Central to the NDC at this point?
Tema Central is very important to us because it adds up to the number of parliamentarians that we are going to have to support President Mahama next year for him to be able to implement all the policies that he has for us. And so we have Tema East, Tema West, that's been historical, then Tema Central. Tema Central, our President Waynes is not NDC seat, so it's not a traditional NDC where you say people don't like Ebi Bright, so they voted for John Mahama and not Ebi Bright. This is a traditional MPP seat. Then President John Mahama wins. Then you are telling us Ebi didn't find. Yesterday we were there for 13 hours before presidential coalition, came to an end. We had to go over recount presidential coalition. Then finally we got the figures and we sent the figures out. Then you said we should close because of some confusion. Obviously, when you have places like Domikwabenya done, Tema West done, places where they have over 200 polling centers finished. The 140-something polling centers, it took you so long. You agitate the supporters. So as we're there and we try to calm ourselves down, then you said you couldn't do it, so we should come on Tuesday. You called early this morning that orders from above say today and here. We've been sitting here from 10 a.m. Now, you had pink sheets that were signed and filled by the PO after polls had closed. And so we refused, we rejected them. Now, how can you photocopy? And I'm saying photocopy, but that's the carbon copy of your original.
The National Women's Organizer of the NDC, Dr. Hanabisiu, there, having that conversation with my colleague, that's Miriam Osei-Agyemang, in the Tema Central constituency. Now they know they are Member of Parliament elect. That's Ebi Bright on the ticket of the NDC after a long wait. Now that declaration has been made. Let's go to Ablekuma North because that's another outstanding constituency result, and Portia Gabo is there for us. Portia?
Let's go to my office.
Let's go to the
Honorable, are you done with the collation?
219 out of 281. 219 out of 281. It's left to 62 polling stations. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock to continue with it. We'll find those boxes, those polling pink sheets, and then we'll proceed. So tonight we have completed 219 out of 281. The remaining 62 will be back tomorrow to complete them. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. No, we have 62 outstanding. We are done with 219. We're looking good. We will not put out the figures until we are done. But this is not the time about the figures. When we finish tomorrow and address the press.
So that's the current situation here. Results for Ablekumanov. There is a pause in the collation. They will continue tomorrow at 10 a.m.
What you're seeing right now is the EC officials, they're going to lock up the rest of the 81. You heard Sam George talk about 62. That's pink sheets that are yet to be counted as we speak. They are going to lock it up. And then also now the counting continues tomorrow. That's at 10 a.m. So heavily guarded by the police there. And the information that we have right now is that this process that has been rocked with a lot of contention, from what we're learning, would come to an end, all things being equal, by tomorrow. This Ablekumanov constituency is one of two constituencies whose results were outstanding. The Tema Central constituency results we do know, based on the Electoral Commission's declaration a few minutes ago, Ebi Bright has been declared Member of Parliament elect on the ticket of the NDC for Tema Central constituency. This Ablekumanov constituency is what is outstanding now. There is polling stations of 148 polling stations. In fact, 120,000 and over registered voters in that that's Ablekumanov constituency. This contest is between Nana Ekia Efriye, the Kole Obanwa, former MP Osikin coming back again, and then Irabna Obin as well on the ticket of the NDC. Now, we're looking at that quite closely. We'll tell you how things play out in the Ablekumanov constituency. Let's cross over to the Ashanti region. That's the stronghold of the NPP. Yesterday, we saw wild jubilation on the streets of Bantama. Earlier, we thought that there had been a situation with the parliamentary race there, but as we do know, the minister in charge of roads, Francis Asensubuache, has indeed retained that seat on the ticket of the NPP. But we understand this evening the jubilation has even gotten to the next level. My colleague and our Northern Regional Bureau Chief, William Evans Inkum, is connecting with us right now. William, tell us what's happening on the streets of Bantama.
Well, update of the schedule of like the schedule of Georgia, and it's careful. And I think that against the NPP that has won the Bantama, I mean, but it is the NPP.
Unfortunately, we're unable to have a clear connection to William Evans Inkum there, but we'll rectify that sound connection to him, William Evans Inkum, because we need to know what's happening right now beyond what you're seeing on the video behind him, the wild celebration. It is not because the NDC has won the Bantama parliamentary, but it is about John Mahama's victory and then he being declared president-elect by EC, the EC chair earlier today. Now, that's wild jubilation in Bantama. Bantama, that's in the Ashanti region, stronghold of the MPP. And he's going to be talking to a number of them to understand really how things are playing out and what's going on right now as we speak here on your election command center. But the jubilation we're seeing is across the country, and the response has been meteoric as we speak, and we're going to be connecting with other colleagues across the country to tell you a bit more here on your election command center. But as I indicated to you, the Ablekuma North constituency, 281 polling stations in there, 121,216 that is total registered voters. We understand, according to some judges' account, there are some 64 outstanding polling station that's results that yet to be validated at the Greater Accra Regional Office of the NDC. So that's for the Electoral Commission. We'll keep an eye on how things play out here on your election command center. So stay with us. There's a lot more that we'll get into, but the reactions have been as expected, with lots of expectation, and we would get into that here on your election command center. So out of the two outstanding constituency results, in fact there were three of them, now the Okaikwe Central constituency results has been settled, the Tema Central results has been settled, and then we are waiting for Ablekuma North. That also is yet to be settled. We understand tomorrow, all things being equal, everything would come to
enipa nyina nya atrofo na nyame nya onokwafo nti onu sese no oyeden
Let say nyango manga jere bi
anya ka hwe we dey more videos dey but no dey before the police the first one I ready your morning prophecy na ade ti kusi Victor kusi boate ko hwini
continue the guardian
yeah
But the Lord has told me that by the 9th of December, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia shall be crowned the President of Ghana.
Hi, Mante.
The things are difficult. I know that there are two people coming. But the Lord has told me that by the 9th of December, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia shall be crowned the President of Ghana.
Hey! The Lord has spoken.
Told me. Unless you're a knife.
Unless you're a knife. But Bawumia ne yato abama no why. Shonu suti Sakura. Yes, of waiting.
Is that so? What?
Jose,
Menkomo. O caso grana na esa uka pimi visa. Ya tina obiawo ebi wo de tizo. Menkomo.
President mi obebe winning tizo no. Mentu abami mano. I see. No, producer Bobium, I want to get the words right. Can we have the video back? Thank you. Mama video no bium. Bo.
Things are difficult. I know that there are two people coming. But the Lord has told me that by the 9th of December, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia shall be crowned the President of Ghana.
The Lord has told me. The Lord nyame ankasa o. Wa catch me. Em say na wo trophy.
Papa no nyina.
Eno catch.
Papa no nyina.
Wo na twa ye wi a, me no mi no. Yeah, that. Wo na twa ye me ye no waduma fine. But anyway, how long to allow the touch not my anointed. That would you die.
Oh, you better touch you with the bia. You better touch you with the bia.
Nah.
What's his
name? Oh yeah, no control. And ra, sorry. The Guasia cancer face and ra. Sorry, when you was Asha White or Pangu was a kind of cocoa who was on them.
I spoke about it, I prophesied about it. The same way God has been speaking to me over the years, He spoke to me. But the opposite occurred. The Bible says that let God be true and let all men be liars. I saw right, I heard right, but the opposite had occurred. And so there is nothing I can do and I can say. It's very interesting that in our walk with God, there are times that you feel you know Him so much, you have come to a place, and He always starts and redefines Himself to you. And personally, I think that physically it is difficult to explain, because the same way I've been hearing God speak was the same way I heard Him speak. But for those of you who have followed me over the years, you know that most of the things that He uses me to say come to pass. And so I will not give the blame to God. God is true and every man is a liar. When it comes to God, I would prefer to be the liar for God to be the true one. But that doesn't end it all. Tell your neighbor, it doesn't end it. We mami mejain kom sheshe. We never mama kosham kompaye. And I think I've known God so much, and I'm not the first prophet who has encountered this. Isaiah encountered it, Jehoshaphat encountered it, and so in life, that is how it is. God at times will have to let everybody know that you are human and He's God. Regardless of how much God uses me, I am man and God is God. And so let us get it right. God never made a mistake. If there was any mistake, I was the one who made a mistake. And I'm human, and that's not the first time. But there is something so strong in my heart that says that He knows what He is doing.
I decree and declare by fire, by thunder.
And yes, I spoke about it, I prophesied about it. The same way God has been speaking to me over the years, He spoke to me.
I am in answer. Victor Kusibu at a fast song.
You free stream. Entry may be a linda.
No, you see, what would you call Boja? Ebra Walker said, "Oh, you're mistaken. What say the Lord has told me? Nyankopon akachire me. O samba bi mo a. O si o nipa
Nyankopon no kwafo.
Nyankopon de o no kwafo.
Nipa nya no trofo.
Na obi a Nyankopon akasa ma kire o. A Nyankopon ye no kwafo. Eye den.
Ba woni na wo. Ebi before Papa we de wadaroba wanima ye Jimmy Papa.
President, you Papa need.
Yes, you am try ye Jimmy Papa. And any party I saw them when you had born some man. No, before you Jimmy. I mean,
what do you know? What do you know? Number one, when you say power is or jail because of cathedral. Ain't you know or play psychological game? Now what you are tuning for mind is say Nyankopon kasi officer or mobile port towards the direction. Hey, I war when it. They say January, get ready. Who yet day will be facing the law. Cathedral is 58 million. What now?
$312 million.
They say Obefiaba. Now, Papa, no, Papa will say, "Or no Timmy Bob buying Bosia." On this cathedral, what no Timmy Bob buying Bosio.
Ghana, Omaya, the Kobabesia, as I say, Parliament are approving. Oh, they want to be buying Besia Parliament approving. They say, this man must rot in jail. He must rot in jail. Oh, Kusibuati. On Fanso.
No, see, I just had it now. Okay? Your Excellency. Your Excellency, John Mahama. Anyway. Ghana 42 million now. Over women. Say, woman, this man. Escape. What year? When the minister was head of secretariat, you know. David chairman of the board of trustees.
Executive secretary.
Executive secretary. One know the spending officer. Yes. One know that day to day, you know, just say, you the way kwaha. You the asofo. It's a company to class on farmers of one way. On farmers. Wait. What was that for in our resign? I saw for who say, what call you say, Pedium, Bianchi Momo, Lord Yachano, if you are a president, Mima, Yibi, or Facomas of Ono, Lord Yach, may say this man must rot in jail. No, right. Who's it what in? You're also nobody with you. This camera say, Chichena. What do you say? What did say this kind of days? The man is over here. Yes, I'm going to German Grove. What do you know? What do you know? I'm not so for those who say, yes, if I push here, you will say, Mr. President, what's it? Oh, not that Papa won't face the government.
I was a cathedral issue, no? Yeah. Issue, I said, a fat on my union now. It may be, as a prejudice. Man penny for all ban on a mind cry answer. Na yam poison a mind, I know one gasa. And share quite or breakfast while. Oh, Catina, you know. Oh, Catina, I say, because I when quite poison a mind. When I want down me, Catina, oh, hey, ya crab walk. Aquatam to contain them the ship. Yeah, basic crying. A water that contain them many pages baby.
They are cotton when they shoot out. They are a bona cotton. Say that tambour to ship more. A boy, foundation stone. Garden of Eden. A boy garden of Eden. The same day were doing. I don't miss I got to another Bible. Yes, Bible was special Bible be a fee Israel or Marco taught their and also Edaho. The Nina or swimming pool. And I said, it's a foundation stone, no garden. Now, when the catch was a confirm both Israel bar. Now, Israel for Namuna, no Bibianiaka, and go for a kidnapping Israelis. After no break, I swimming competition. Oh, yeah, sure. See that, Papa, what they are not doing, Cathedral 7. What check is say? You tell me it's $4 million at the year fundraising planning. The year fundraising, we had the $12,000 about. You had the $4 million. And a year planning of the fundraising in the US. Share. And then a man, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, no?
The spiritual son and the Bishop Sibuati.
But I say we're good about
Bishop Duncan Williams.
Yes, the spiritual son. I
said, Obinimugu Adinasari, and my support on. Say, Kusibuati and Kusiwa, and the man is Obinim cry Papa Channel. What's Obinim and Kwasian Comda? What's Obinim and Kwasian Comda? Or no, I can't some phone, but Obinim and Kwasian come with that.
Did you mean me so? Is a cathedral, a boy, I'm going to maintain that. Oh,
foundation stone.
Foundation stone, you are crafty Israel. Yes, one delegation, if I'm so.
We was what cement.
Basa obemi o. Emma mo ko Israel.
The 70 na jiagu.
Akọ bom paye asa mo tambo no.
The one that
Let me say that's a
container.
What many bear foundations to take assassinate? Rasta. America
2019.
Omo di sika hye asofo le nim say omo go da hotel. Can come say, are you guys crazy? Odo no one feel. Ba omo budget national no. Nanim asofo akoda hotel. O say hotel kuna mo koda na mo bodi mesin there. National Cathedral for dream said that can only hotel okoda America. Owie ye no. Ono aso na ye lunch ma asofo no edi ye woni fie. So pani Danka Williams so tie ohwe ono na ma mo lunch di ye omu wie so lunch no mko di wo Danka Williams fie no o ma sa ye ho budget sa so fo no ko no mu fidi wo mo wada to me hu o mo di sika ni nyina onua eti keno for ata nim se ye de ansa bom de na mom Bible. I know they want to hear. Oh, can you for attack or parliament? Okuja to Busan Sena. National Cathedral can also move Busan no can for attack or Serena Board of Trustees no into uncle. Board of Trustees no so. Omocha Maria me soft penny. Teso ko jail. Enya Pentecost so fubia what them da. Teso poku ina tia no. But my culture said Debbie Opoku nyina say any Pentecost. Na former Pentecost. My culture wo mo convention center no. $300 million by your CAW. But we ono no see. Ono one the year and see. Enti no bia na we no ni din keke.
Hey, when you are bicycle,
na so.
So much me dey.
So for the only bicycle.
Oh say. Oh papa.
That's what you original use one. Send am go for kasa tell me.
Enti no can say. Oh a human being. Wajia to say ono there. Kunan mu there. Odumi eyem fom so.
Ntodi ntro.
Na sunsum de ende jai no manyame.
Oh David. Papa.
Me say papa we anadada bawumia e de no to akọwọ fom. Sa papa no. What you true for first class.
O shan kombia.
What you true for first class.
But I say politicians no say asofo no asofo ne malam for no no can send pe kire wo. But mom enko elections no so
Papa why na ka ho? Me say ba me kwa so dem ye de ye ni e-Moses, unim e-Moses, electronic Moses. Unim ade kura kura. Ai. Obi mam ta obi mo ba trisuna. Ami yo e-Moses ya.
Yes. Before the
elections.
Yes. I'm in the elections. One thing is for real. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ghana for Antoa Baman because the whole fair. Ghana for Antoa Baman because or a saint. Ghana for Nyajide Wakufu Adumu say Omra. No me prosecute a crofona no more John Mahama by move for the first time no. And on no buy and on also be a day up. And I need the year more than the John Dramani Mahama year first one. And then I must say John Dramani Mahama near this why ya kono nanko mukradi and can you say you can wasem. And then so what say California tani Tama besi so. Na ka chele so onko rounds no nche sika. Bosia no kokko in the name of Ghana no. Ade odi ye ya odi no hu bebu neku no. Because on to me point in the sanctuary bibia.
Say they appoint a president.
Ghana for any MPP 88 members of parliament. Sorry to ya catch Nanado say pamu why would you no cousin no free abemu. Nanado so onye. Wanya mono aka say oh already budget we are already budget we also try ho no more at time mono aka sa kuma to ni yem e no koye no finance minister at large no that's what hono and ono bobosia or the bank akoko bobosia no wenyansi ho no akokodi oni na busuafo. The rot in this government I overwhelming to the point to say the ordinary Ghanaian across your funumu kura yinya won ne kura no e de Ghana ka
to say 1.64 trillion.
It's ama Sabin Predias and not Danko Kufuado, with all due respect to him, make a sanction in person, but say me nene kasa in his capacity as the president, Dramani where he Jama Ghana for na ebuofu.
MPP4.
Yes. Say Obekaya, Euro 2-4-2. Etu na nado Danko Kufuado for 1-5.
Sure.
Eka say time o winning the 2016 abattoir no.
Sure.
Obi catch them say Uncle John Dramani Mahama or non catch say Ghana for the community bufu the two abadi the John Dramani Mahama.
Sure.
Na so no so bana so no so be the same thing na.
Sure.
Ghana for be two no. Ampani ampani nuani ampa na so 1 for 20.
Okotoku se damna.
Ene wo hu ne edugwase ya de ama. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Sure.
The most ever humiliating result ever in the history of our fourth republic. And then Yokonyaye. John Dramani Mahama nya 44%, yes, NT bida. Sisia, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Dieno, they are even struggling to get even 41%. It is just because of Nokredie ene patapasema na nado dako kwado edibu o man.
Yeah, dada no.
Ene asese ye tisu ya yehu ye ho anu yi. John Dramani Mahama ade asese Ghana for peso oye. Ene ne say asema ko pen wakato Ghana for trimu. Obi a we aban ade bia no ye chi no.
I'll say operation recover all loot.
And yen is the 24-hour economy no.
I know they hear yen.
And yen is uncle pocket.
Yeah, 24 year be the year.
Covering the 24 November.